Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. You already know who it is. It is your boy Lewis, man. Welcome back to the Lewis Basketball Network. I am back with another one, with another banger, with yet another video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, man. Make sure you like this video and make sure you share this video. Only helps the channel grow. Truly appreciate it, guys. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of things. Breaking news. Frank Vogel, a couple of hours ago, it was reported by ClutchPoints.com and also on Bleacher Report that Frank Vogel was in talks with the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Lakers have wanted to get a second opinion and wanted to have a second meeting with Frank Vogel. It is now official. Frank Vogel is the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm going to say it again. Frank Vogel is the brand new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, here's what I got to say about the head coaching situation. Well, for one, congratulations to Frank Vogel for getting the head coaching job. But here's the thing. There's issues with this for me. As much as I'm happy for Frank that he has a job again, it's crazy how the Lakers are so desperate that they just hired him. I know he was one of the coaching candidates, but here's my issues. As I said before in previous videos about the head coaching candidates that they had. Number one, Frank Vogel is a good defensive-minded coach. He coached Paul George and he coached those Indiana Pacers. They went to back-to-back Eastern Conference Finals. There's no question about it that he can coach. The issue is he can't coach LeBron James. And another problem is, in the era that we're in right now, Frank Vogel has had issues adjusting to the new era of the NBA and the style of play. He's tried his same philosophy that he did with the Indiana Pacers, has tried to bring it to the Orlando Magic, and he was very unsuccessful. And the problem is he didn't have the personnel of players that he should have in order to coach his style. And even if he did have the personnel, the problem is that how are you going to adjust to today's NBA? And that was the issue that Frank Vogel had with his coaching, and what was the reason that he got fired. Steve Clifford, later with the players that they have, he was able to adjust to today's NBA, and the Magic ended up being a playoff team. Now you always have to have, obviously you got to have the right pieces, but that's the case with Frank Vogel. My question is, can his coaching style mesh with the Laker roster that they currently have? Remember, LeBron has not played defense in the last 5 years. And as I've said many times, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James has stopped playing defense in the prime of his career. So because he stopped playing in the prime of his career, he was not making all defensive teams anymore. And his fanboys and fangirls have made so many excuses for him over the years on how he's had to carry the offensive load. That's a decision that LeBron chooses because he chooses to not be coachable. And I've said that a million times. That doesn't diminish LeBron's greatness. I'm just saying it, I'm just telling you like it is. It's not me hating. It's not me being a hater. And you guys can say whatever, but the bottom line is LeBron chose this on himself. He really didn't have to put all that pressure on him. But he decided to because he wants to be in control. And that's LeBron's biggest problem from winning championships. He wants to be in control. Because as long as he's in control, it allows him to control the narrative, and it allows the media to brainwash you with nonsense, with false identified information. And then also reports that Jason Kidd is actually going to be on Frank Vogel's coaching staff as an assistant coach. All this tells me, ladies and gentlemen, is Frank Vogel plus Jason Kidd equals the LeBron James system. That's all this tells me, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it means. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 1 = the LeBron system. This is all this is saying, babe, pretty much. That's it. And so, listen, man. They're in the coaching staff now, so at least they have their head coaching issue. Now we got to figure out what kind of deal is he going to get. If he doesn't get the deal that he wants, who knows if they end up canceling talks once again, and then he's out. And then Jason Kidd steps in. So this whole Laker fiasco is just such a disaster. It's abysmal. This is an abyss of an organization right now. And my other question is, I wonder how long LeBron is going to take to talk to Frank Vogel, because look how long he took to Luke Walton, and he never respected him. Now, in order to get LeBron's respect, you need a coach that LeBron is going to respect, and that he's going to actually listen to, allow it to be coachable. But we know LeBron James, and we know the story. So this is what it is, man. It is what it is when it comes to LeBron James. But so we got Jason Kidd, right? And then now there's also reports that Kyrie Irving, breaking in, has been in talks for a while with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, here's the issue that I have with Kyrie Irving. He showed poor leadership with the Boston Celtics. They had chemistry issues. It was a disaster from the time that him and Gordon Hayward came back after the Celtics successfully almost came within one game of going to the NBA Finals. They have a worse season than they did the year before. And then Kyrie Irving played arguably the worst series he had of his career, being the guy, displaying poor leadership, and just quit on his Boston Celtics after pretty much the last 3 games. Because game 2, he just had a bad game, but the last 3 games, he literally, his body language just said that he was out. And so he just pretty much threw his teammates under the bus, just like he was being passive aggressive all season. And I told you Kyrie Irving had a little bit of Kobe and a little bit of LeBron. So in other words, Kyrie Irving to me really didn't have an identity the entire season. So he was taking advice from Kobe in terms of shot selection. And then with LeBron, he was being passive aggressive. And when things got tough, he quit and realized how tough it is to be a leader. And now it's talks that he's in with the Los Angeles Lakers. So you quit on the young guys, you quit on the Boston Celtics, and now you're in talks with the Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, I said it before, if Kyrie wants to go to the Los Angeles Lakers, he can. But if he honestly thinks that he's going to have really any type of legacy, the only legacy that he's going to have is always being in LeBron's shadow, and you're really a Robin, not a Batman. And this is also the problem that players are facing today. Scoring players that are non-two-way players are having a difficult time in terms of being lead guys in the NBA, in terms of can you win a championship? Can you win an NBA championship with one player that only plays on one end of the floor? So that's the question. It's like, it was like, well, you could look at Steph Curry. He doesn't play the great defense. No, he doesn't. But he plays solid defense. Okay? At times you could question his defense in terms of he gets beat, but he plays with effort. So in a way, Curry kind of low-key is a two-way player. He may not be dominant defensively. He may not be the best defender, but he plays with effort, and he's solid on the defensive end, and he does a good job using his body. And so that's what I'm saying. And Curry has shown that he is a leader, something that Kyrie's not. So for people who are saying that Kyrie's better than Steph Curry, he's not. Overall, Steph is the best point guard in the NBA. And those are just the facts. Steph Curry is the best player in the NBA. I don't care what people say if they don't like it. Just look what he did last night to the Houston Rockets. With what he did to James Harden and CP3, the supposed leaders of the Houston Rockets. And so that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, this Kyrie situation is crazy. If he wants to be with the Lakers, it's cool. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just going to say that you're going to be looked at as a quitter. And the crazy part is you went to the rival because you went from Boston to LA. And we already know how that rivalry is in NBA history. So Magic and Larry Bird, Kobe Bryant and Pau Gasol going against, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo. Like, I think for Kyrie just to do that, it just shows you that. And the thing is also, with Kyrie's attitude, he showed how selfish he was. It's like, to me, if you're the Lakers, I get it, because you get another star player that LeBron can defer to, that they can play their style. But listen, they need to play in a ball movement offense. And I'm sorry, I keep saying this. LeBron James cannot be the leader on a championship team. He just cannot. People are not going to understand that, but they really can't. I just really want to know what's going to happen when things go wrong again, and there's issues and there's frictions between Kyrie and some of the other guys on the team. And it's going to be like, yo, you signed up for this? But we don't know. But it is what it is. But I just think it's crazy. That despite all that Kyrie's just going to go back to LeBron. It just tells me Kyrie's very weak-minded. He's not mentally strong. People look at that, and he's a Kobe protege, but he has poor mama mentality. He's weak-minded. He's mentally weak. Like, I would have thought that Kyrie would have had the mind of a competitor, man. And considering what he dealt with in Cleveland, and hitting the biggest shot in Cleveland Cavalier history, but with all that praise that we try to give him, even though he was getting bashed for like being LeBron's sidekick and being in LeBron's shadow, you wanted to be the leader, you got your chance. And what happened? You quit as soon as things got bad because the season didn't go the way you wanted to, that you hoped. And that's what's called dealing with adversity. But
and a challenge is being presented, adversity's hitting, and Kyrie's trying to run away from the challenge, and he thinks to solve the problem is just to go to LeBron. I'm just going to run away from my problems and go, back with LeBron, possibly to the Lakers if they're in talks. But it's unfortunate, man, but it is what it is. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section about, Kyrie Irving and Jason Kidd being an assistant head coach on the staff and Frank Vogel being the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. Do you think that this possibly can work? Do you think that LeBron is going to give Frank Vogel even the time to meet as soon as possible? Or is LeBron going to do what he did to Luke Walton because he feels like he doesn't respect him and that LeBron is this high IQ basketball player that is the smartest player in the NBA and he's still the best player in the NBA, which he is not? And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to do a video. I have said that Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. But after watching Game 6 last night with Steph Curry, I changed my mind and I'm going to explain why in another video. So as always, man, let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is the Basketball Network with another one. Subscribe to the channel, man. Let me know what you guys think. As always, bless up, one love, peace. Thanks for watching.